So this is a cold one with Corey and Carlisle. And if you don't know already, this is simply a free-form conversation recording session where Carlisle and I, we sit down, we have a six-pack of beer, and we talk about things that happened the previous week before. Now, these are more like audio podcasts, which means that they're longer than our video reviews, and they're also unedited. So if you're offended by the foul language, you might not want to listen. But if you aren't, then sit back, hang out with us, and we hope you enjoy. Thanks. All right, it's the cold ones with Corey, that's me, and the co-host.
Hey!
Yo, wait, not so loud. You caught me off guard there.
A party begins again.
Let it begin.
Let's do this. Is that loud enough?
Man, we just...
Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ha! Wow. And it ain't even a minute yet.
Yeah, it's not. And
how you doing?
Worse. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Corey.
I'm so glad you joined me again, man.
Hey, dude. I had to, man. I had to. I'm not going to talk like Batman again, but I had to.
Thought you were going to let me down.
People deserve more. More.
Hey, dude.
Give them more.
Everybody loves you, man. Everybody was so...
I love...
I think we had like 12,000 comments that said
12,000.
The co-host is here. Thank you.
Jesus. Oh, they were all good?
It's the second coming. They were all good.
They were all terrible.
Because I tried to find one. In fact, I was going to get up there and like join in as another member and say something bad about you.
You read some bad shit
yeah, just because you need it. I don't want your ego to get that big.
You suck. Your jokes are not funny. Those are the same jokes you told last week in that radio show that nobody paid attention to. Screw you and your jokes. You can shove those jokes up your middle A's.
That's right.
Yeah.
Guy's not, he's got nothing
crap
to
him
say.
Out, and hopefully good jokks will come out of that.
What's he talking about?
I
Bringing it all down. This guy's a numbskull. So
shout at his.
But no, man, everything was good. Everything was
glad.
good. I mean, really, it went better than I thought it could. Now, people, you don't have to worry about this week. We're not going to have another 4-hour-long show or whatever we did like we did last time.
Yeah. A lot of people could have spent their time watching The Dark Knight, apparently. That's all we got.
That's all we heard. Like, this is like The Dark Knight. I could have watched The Dark Knight. Well, why don't you watch the goddamn Dark Knight? Quit telling me about
Get your ass in IMAX and be quiet.
Exactly. Shit, come on, man. So no music this week?
No, man. I can't kill that, Corey. Come on now. Okay. The first rule of comedy is don't kill your jokes, all right? If something worked the first time and people loved it and it was memorable, just leave it alone. All right, don't run it into the ground.
See, that was my problem right there. I didn't take it as a joke. I thought you were the musical maestro over there. I thought you were really doing something.
Well, enough people told me that it was a joke that I kind of had to convince myself that maybe it was. I had to, maybe I should pick up another hobby or do something else.
So you did get some bad comments.
Besides trying to communicate with aliens with my music, apparently. Yeah.
So you actually thought you were doing some serious shit over there. Everybody's like, "Oh, she's so funny. You and your funny, crazy music." You like a tear coming out your eye.
I really did. No, but I tell you what, though, plenty of people asked for CDs, and you know what? I sent them CDs.
No, you didn't.
I did. I sent them CDs. Now
they
wrote back. Yeah. Well, here's the catch. They wrote back and they're like, "God damn it, co-host, you sent me CDs and there ain't nothing on it." So you didn't ask for music, you asked for CDs. And I charge you $20 for blank CDs. Now, if you want that music, you're going to have to ship it back to me. That's going to cost you. And I'll throw in that music for you, all right? And everybody will be happy. Everything will be hunky-dory. You play that CD in your car, and you get into a wreck, and you blame it on me, and I get sued, and screw you people.
Yeah, sorry. I stopped recording for a second. I stopped talking because there was an echo going on. The headphones unplugged. I don't know what was going on.
The echo? Oh, yeah, no. It's that damn Atom Smasher. I told you, dude. It opened up that other dimension, the black dimension.
Oh, wait a minute. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Right now, we're going to go ahead and start everything out by getting into the top 5 because I know you don't want to be here for another 3 hours because, as we all know, everybody could watch The Dark Knight.
Yes, everybody can be watching something.
Yeah, it could be watching.
You can learn something. Yeah,
before it's done. Hey. So let's go ahead and start out with number 5. Now you at least gonna sing for me?
Do we have to sing that?
We don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, I'll just say number 5.
Okay, tell you what, we won't sing.
I don't know, man. I see. I never wanted to do this crap as far as singing.
Okay, we don't have to do that.
Are you sure, Corey?
Yes.
All right.
Don't do it. Just give
all right.
Just get when I tell you what. Here's what we can do. We'll make a compromise.
What can we do? We gotta. Yeah, we gotta.
You don't have to sing, but I need you to give me a dramatic, like if I say number 5, Something like that. I don't know. It went into something. We just
Number 5.
okay. I'll forget about it. Fuck it. Shit, never mind. Number 5. Damn.
That's my robot voice.
Well, don't do that.
Even though that's my robot.
Even though you are a robot doing a
voice.
robot
Yeah.
voice, that is your robot.
People are like, how come you don't talk like a robot? Because I'm me. All right, I am me. If you can't appreciate what you get, you go to hell. Just leave me alone. Sorry, I don't talk like a moron.
Okay, well,
I'm not gonna
please.
talk like Bizarro.
like
Me am number 5.
a mentally ill person. Number 5.
Number 5 alive.
Like, goddamn Rain Man. Number 5. Okay, so number 5, we have the House Bunny, which is that son
That's
of a bitch has
still
been hanging in there.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently.
And no one's naked. In that movie.
and no one is naked. That is for a movie
That
about
is
a Playboy
a-
bunny that doesn't
yeah.
get naked. That's a damn
What
good,
is wrong
powerful
with
movie.
this country?
I don't know. I guess people, the shit, man. The economy, shit. People worried about eating. They ain't worried about naked people no more.
Are you serious?
But the House Bunny, man. This movie has been out for 5 weeks.
Really? That long? Holy Jesus.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me make sure.
Fact check, Corey.
Oh, the movie has been out for 4 weeks. I'm sorry.
4 weeks. All right.
Still, that's a long ass time.
That's too long. Yeah, it's me.
But the movie's done well, a lot better than I thought that movie would have done. So far, the movie has grossed $42.2 million.
It's going to feed a lot of skinny chicks.
Gonna feed a lot of Playboy bunnies, man.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put some meat on that ass.
Yeah. And something else in there, too. We're not that kind of show. So
No, we're good people. We ain't like that.
slowly back away from that. Last comment.
So let's go ahead and go to some new entries now.
Uh-oh.
Quit talking about the House Bunny. We talked
New
about
kids.
that for weeks. Yeah, we got some new movies on the block here. Let's go up to number 4.
All right. Number 4.
Number 4 is The Women, a movie that I should have screened but didn't make it to. Don't know what it's about. I'm sorry, people. It's a new entry though.
Why would we need to go see a movie called The Women when we already know what it's going to be?
Bunch of yapping.
Yeah. Chit-chatting, your girls talking about lipstick and bubble gum. We don't have time for that.
Exactly.
We have shows to make.
Exactly.
We are busy.
I mean, that's what just
We're making money.
Yeah,
We're in
it's-
the process of making money for money making.
When you tell me there's a movie called The Women, I'm expecting there to be a split screen, and I'm expecting to see one girl call another girl up. Hey, what you doing? Oh, girl, nothing. I want to see this shit.
I'm not going to get into my woman voice again.
We got no, please. I want to hear it now. Yo, go hear this. Here, I'll do my woman voice for you. Here, look.
All right, do your
Here.
woman voice.
Hey, co-host, what you doing?
Hey, girl, how are you?
Buying tampons.
You buying tampons? Guess what I'm doing?
What?
Oh, I'm just cleaning up my bloody mess. I'm on my period right now. So why don't you bring some of those tampons over?
Hey,
So
we'll
I
have a
clean up-
tampon party.
I just made a big mess in the kitchen while I'm making chicken pot pie for my ungrateful husband. That son of a bitch. I know he's cheating on me. I know it. I feel it. I seen them dirty underwear, and they're not mine.
Damn, you got into that, man. It's like you became, you really got mad.
Oh boy, that son of a bitch.
You like,
Oh,
it's
that
almost
cheating
like
bastard.
you really had a husband you thought was cheating on you. I started to come up like, co-host, step out of it.
I think I had a flashback in some past life. I
Yeah,
guess.
what kind of
Jesus.
fucking glitch did you have?
Let's never do that again, Corey.
Hey, it was your idea. So anyway, the Women, new premiere this week.
Women.
Movie came in at number 4 with $10.1 million.
Hooray! Hooray for
hurrah,
that movie.
the
Yay!
women, yay.
Somebody's rich. Yeah, ain't us.
Ain't us.
Yay.
Okay, now we're going to get into some movies that I thought people were actually looking forward to, movies that were heavily advertised.
Not me.
Not your movie. So let's see. We have number 3, and this is the one that kind of caught me off guard. I expected this one to be at least number 2.
Okay.
Righteous Kill.
Oh no! Are you serious?
Yeah, your
The
boy
Robert
is
De Niro, Al Pacino.
your boy.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, that's what the ocean should be. You talking to me?
I don't even want
Hoo-ha!
to try. I don't even
You
try
ta-
to impersonate you.
Say hello to my little hoo-ha! Man,
You
so-
must be talking to me. I'm the only one here.
But this movie, I thought would have actually done a little bit better. I mean, because
It should have. I mean, honestly, the two legends back together again. I mean, that was all the talk about this. Maybe that was the problem. That's all. There was no talk about the script or what it was about. It was just about Al Pacino and Robert De Niro getting back together again.
Well, it could have been, okay, we got these two guys. Sure, they're together.
Legends.
But what are they doing? Oh, they're playing cops.
They're playing cops. They're
Except
hanging
it's-
out, yeah.
Except it's both of them together playing cops.
Yeah.
But well, see, here's it. I mean, I made this statement in the review that we did for the movie. It really does go to show what a business Hollywood is now. I mean, it's not like it was in the 70s, and to a certain extent, not like it was in the early 80s. I mean, nobody gives a shit now if you have two legends like this in a movie. It's all about marketing and what type of film it is. True. And those guys are great. Mm-hmm. They were great in the movie, but I have to admit that the movie itself. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. You're gonna get these two guys together, get them an epic script.
And that's the problem. Unfortunately, nobody's making epic scripts unless, you want to throw these guys in the next Batman movie. But
yeah, exactly. Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, for a movie like them to be in and make it to the caliber of what we consider their legend status to be. Yeah. You can't make some old generic cop movie that has a surprise ending. Yeah. You got to make make De Niro Batman and make Pacino the Joker.
Why not? I'd watch that.
I would too.
Two legends back together again.
Exactly. Playing two more legends. Yeah.
Legends.
Legends of legends.
Legends of legends on the screen portraying legends.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you could have. The Joker. Pacino just run through the city. Blowing shit up. I mean, he's the Joker already.
Great ass.
And that fool, Pacino has had enough plastic surgery to where he looks like a fucking Joker anyway.
Really? I thought he was just getting old, and I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't.
I mean, look, I ain't saying he's bad looking.
Is it like Botox kind of?
Man, I'm just saying he's had his eyes peeled back or something. I mean, I get older.
It's like hearing like when your dad or something had that done. You're like, Dad, really?
Yeah. What?
Really? Come on, Pops.
That's what women do. What are you doing? You want to look pretty?
You a woman now? Yeah. Man, let me see them panties. Come on.
You put them over his head. Go in there and get your mom's lipstick. Yeah, you like that? Huh? What do we think? Huh?
You like being a broad?
Yeah. You like being pretty? There you go.
You used to be a legend. You used to be somebody.
Now get on the street and make me some money.
You're going to be doing voiceovers for Pokemon movies next week. Why?
I'm Pikachu. But... yeah, these two guys, man, it's just not the right movie, and I really wonder what they were thinking and really, we don't know what happens behind the scenes before a script is actually made. I mean, for all we know, that script itself could have been extraordinary, and when it got filmed, it just worked out like it is.
It happened.
But if that script was like the movie, I wonder what made these two guys look at it and say, yeah, you want to do this? Yeah, you gonna be there? I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there if you're gonna be there.
That's kind of that's what it would sound like to me. Where they just, hey, let's. This is the only half decent script we've actually seen the last 10. Who God knows how many years it's been since Heat. And you know what? We're not getting any younger, so we got to do something. Let's do something together. Fuck it. Let's just do it.
Who else gonna offer us both?
Roll that camera. Just roll the camera and watch us work. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna sit here and have some coffee. You film that?
Did you get them files? Huh? Did you? Don't be a fruitcake. Hoo-ah! Yeah. You like that? You like that girl because she got a great ass. That's it. That's the script. That's all I need.
That's
the movie right there.
The end.
Yeah. Witty dialogue, too.
All right, see, what I was thinking was they should have did some Matrix shit. Like, at the end of the movie, Pacino and De Niro fighting each other. They create a black hole when they hit, and the movie just ends. It sucks up. And, okay, you don't like that?
An atom bomb of water, no.
No, okay, all right.
I don't want to see that. Don't ever bring that up again.
Shit, then moving on. Okay. Number 2, my man Tyler Perry. Back with another.
That son of a bitch, he's always sneaking up behind us. He throws these movies in the theater. What the hell?
That's a motherfucker comes in through the back door and you turn around like, where the fuck you come from?
I mean, him sneaking in with his reel in his arm.
Yeah, we're gonna put some good shit up in here.
This is my shit. Show my movie.
My shit up on the screen.
From the Chitlin Circuit. We got my movie.
He probably doesn't talk like that, but I'm just.
It's funnier that way.
Yeah, it's my shit. My shit up on the screen.
You know Tyler Perry's probably, when he was at the premiere, like, yes, this is my new film, The Family That Prays. And you know, but it's funny when he's like, shit, I'm coming in through the back, don't sneak in my shit.
It's my shit.
I'm gonna watch
my theater.
Watch that shit come out number 2.
You pay twice. This shit's good.
But Tyler Perry, man, you're right. And what we're talking about when we say he sneaks in, look, people, this is the movie is Tyler Perry's, because every movie has to start out with Tyler Perry's. Yeah, if I don't wait for the movie, they have Tyler Perry's Tyler Perry.
He's just hoping somebody will remember his name. Yeah. Please.
Tyler Perry's. My name is Tyler Perry. But Tyler Perry.
Have you seen Tyler Perry's at the picnic? Yes, of course I've heard of that. Yes, Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry's.
A tour de force of a film, if I do say so myself.
Tyler Perry's. I'm taking a shit by Tyler Perry. But no, Tyler Perry. This is Tyler Perry's The Family That Prays. And
Whoa,
now,
really?
anybody out there, I'll go see a shitload of movies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one preview for this film.
Really?
Not on TV. Not at I haven't seen a trailer for it at the movies.
Really?
But yet, when you see Tyler Perry has a movie coming out, because here's how it works, and I'm not lying.
Yeah.
You're walking through the theater, and you look over as you're going into the movie. As you're going to the theater,
Yeah.
you look on the wall where they have all the posters, and you see that name, Tyler Perry. You're like, what the fuck? I mean, and it says Tyler Perry, and it says at the bottom of the poster, Tyler Perry's movie coming out next week.
That's
like,
it.
What?
That's it. That's like Superman movie coming out next week. Batman movie coming out. Tyler Perry. Really? Tyler Perry? He's coming out with another movie, guys. Woo!
Yeah, it's like, what am I supposed to do? And then you think,
I can't wait, sir.
and then you look at this and you say to yourself, okay, I did not hear a thing about this movie,
Right.
but yet, knowing Tyler Perry now, he's got such a locked-in audience.
That's true.
That
yeah.
his movies, they don't even give us screenings for them because we don't need to see them.
Yeah.
And so when the movie comes out, it ends up being always premiering at number 1
Yeah.
or number 2.
Instant cha-ching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I think they don't even want. They're like, look, people, you're gonna think I'm being racist here, but I don't even think they want to have critics screen the movie because they're afraid that somebody's gonna come out and say this movie sucks, and you're gonna have the LA riots all over. Black people out there turning over cars.
Yeah. And then they're going to be
Say
asking the
what?
critics, so what did you think about that movie? And you got some guy in the background going, shh. Don't
do it.
Have you
And
ever
you hear the
been
critics
to
say,
one of these movies before?
and you hear the critics say, "Why I thought this was mundane and mediocre." Now, so you already hear people outside like zombies.
What? Bitch? What? Oh,
See?
What?
People outside, they're here. They're outside. I told you to shut up.
Burn this place! Burn!
Burn!
Hollywood!
Burn! You see the critic's head on a stick.
Yeah.
People out there, a bunch of black people out there, the street on fire.
See Public Enemy flag, like Flavor Flav screaming, his fucking underwear on fire.
so man, yeah. Tyler Perry, all of his movies are critic proof. This guy is one of the best businessmen in Hollywood.
Hey, good for him.
And it is amazing. I mean, seriously, people who don't know that much about, I guess, the black entrepreneurs, the businessmen in Hollywood, they'll see Tyler Perry now. They don't know who he is. Because a lot of white people don't go see his movies.
Right.
And because J.J. Abrams had him. Now, this is what I read. Now, did I tell you this before?
I don't think so. No.
I think I told somebody. So people, if you heard me say this before, well, fuck you. I'm saying it again. J.J. Abrams had him on Star Trek, the new Star Trek, for a cameo.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a weird casting call. Everybody said Tyler Perry is going to be, I think he's going to be the head of Starfleet Command.
What?
Yeah, of the
Really?
Academy or something. Yeah.
Okay, well, good for him. I thought you were going to tell me he's going to be a red shirt guy. And I'm like, oh, no, come on, Tyler.
You know the funny-
You could do better than that, dude. Don't
funny-
accept that. Don't accept that paycheck.
They had Tyler Perry, come out and be the janitor for the Enterprise.
No, he'll be the chef. He has to be the chef of the Enterprise.
He's
I'm
a cook.
sorry.
Yeah.
And he's, it's the future, and they're still making those cooks wear those big ass white hats.
Yeah, he look like
the
the
dirty
cream of-
apron. Yeah.
the cream of wheat guy.
Yeah, smoking a cigarette, giving advice all the time. I'm like, oh god, can I ever come back in this cafeteria without this guy giving me advice?
They got the guy who's playing Captain Kirk, doing Captain Kirk. Tyler Perry, my soup is cold.
Oh,
Get your black ass back in the kitchen and heat it up.
that's pretty bad, Corey. Don't do that.
I'm sorry. Okay. Shit, that William Shatner's bad.
But
you don't like my Shatner.
Corey,
Like that said it.
Corey, and then you get the planet Earth. Corey.
So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people.
But what
Anyway,
happened was
Tyler
Tyler
Perry's the
came
chef.
on.
Yeah, he's
he's
cooking-
going to be the chef on the
cooking
Enterprise.
grits
No,
and
he's the head of
chitlins
Star.
on the Enterprise.
Bringing up cooking chitlins in there. Everybody like, what the fuck is
This
this?
is the future, man.
We don't eat soul food on this shit.
So-
You know this shit'll kill you.
Yeah.
Everything's tofu in the future.
Chicken's been extinct for like hundreds of years. What is this?
Yeah, it'd be like
It's people.
be like pigs don't even exist anymore.
I know.
Where you get pig's feet from?
I got it from Pluto, you dummy.
But so J.J. Abrams brought him in to play a cameo
Yeah.
in the new Star Trek movie. What was it, Origins or whatever, something like that? No.
Secret Origins.
Secret-
I know.
no,
Oh, the
no,
new. I
the
think
new
it's
stuff.
just called Star Trek.
Okay,
Right.
The beginning or some shit. Star Trek: The Saga continue. But anyway, so J.J. Abrams had him on, and I think it was said that J.J. Abrams, of course, knew somewhat of Tyler Perry. There's this big businessman in Hollywood making these successful movies.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry comes on, he's like, and he says, "Okay, Tyler Perry," and he's like, Wait a minute, you're that guy? I thought you'd be darker.
Oh, that's not right.
I know I ain't
Stop
right. That
being
ain't
racist,
cool.
dude.
I'm sorry, man. Okay, no, scratch that.
Yeah.
Peaceful, peace and harmony.
Ixnay on the black and a.
Peace and harmony and pig's feet. So yeah, a lot of people still don't know who Tyler Perry is just because Tyler Perry has that insulated audience that will make him a success.
But hey, that's pretty good. Good for that guy, man. That is somebody to be admired, Corey. And,
what are you looking at? I do admire him.
I hope so, because damn it, we need to make some kind of
Some money. Yeah. So, you know, maybe.
Oh, we can make a 5-minute film. Throw it in the. Why can't you sneak some films in the goddamn theater,
Shit.
Corey?
Hey, maybe I should be the chef on the Enterprise. You know, get a little bit of that, pocket change from that. Come back and buy y'all some bubble gum. So anyway, let's go ahead and move into number one. Now there was an argument at the office in New York, and I saw both sides.
The bosses fighting again.
Fighting again.
Quit your fighting, mom and dad.
So
Stop it.
There was this whole thing where they said, okay, Jamie was saying, I think Righteous Skill is going to be number one. Are you kidding? De Niro, Pacino,
done deal. Forget about
and
it.
they got this developer there, who said, I don't know, I don't want to say his name yet because I don't know if he wants me to, but he was saying, no, I think it's going to be Burn After Reading. Oh. And he says, look, it's a Coens Brother movie. They're just riding off the hype of No Country for Old Men. Mm-hmm. However, let's skip that. You got George Clooney, Brad Pitt in a movie. Yes. Those two guys together. Are you nuts? That movie's going to be number one. And I was flip-flopping between both of those. Right. And as it turns out, the duo of Clooney and Pitt. Bluey and
Popeye and Bluto.
The combination of Clooney and Pitt, they prevailed again, man. Burn After Reading was number one. It grossed $19.4 million.
I'm not surprised,
the Tyler Perry movie was right behind that with $18.2 million, or just $18 million. So,
yeah. I mean, I guess you can say maybe. Would I be too bold to say those guys might be the new Al Pacino, De Niro's? I don't want to say that because I don't believe that.
Everybody sees them more as the new. I mean, and I have an email about that later. Who's going to be the new whatever? I'm kind of. Well, I'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
but if I was to actually see that, thanks to these ocean movies, I think that people are looking at them like sort of like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin in a way. Yeah. I mean, these guys.
But those guys made bad films. I mean, regardless of.
Well, if you ask me, Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 12 or whichever one they had, the sequel to the first one.
Yeah.
What was it? Ocean's
13,
39, whatever.
Well, I don't.
Okay, so we had Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12.
Ocean's 12.
I thought Ocean's 12 was a really bad movie.
Terrible film.
Bad movie.
I still have not seen any of them, so I'm.
The only one I really like is the third one, Ocean's 13.
Okay.
I thought that one was actually kind of fun. Mm-hmm. I didn't like the first two, but no, these guys, they go back and forth making good movies, bad movies, but they have that reputation.
Yeah.
Even Brad Pitt being married now, just by being in association
Yeah.
with George Clooney, they're both these Hollywood playboys.
Yeah. Well, they seem in some ways married, like you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you mention Brad Pitt to me, for some strange reason, I'll think about George Clooney. I don't know why, but
someone told me not to even say this, and
say it. It has to be said.
I will say it. There's this thing called clooning, where if you want to get laid, look. Brad Pitt, George Clooney is going to walk in the room, and George Clooney, look, I dare you to get mad at me for saying this. I mean, George Clooney walks in the room, all the ass in the room is on him.
Yeah.
Now, George Clooney can't handle all of it. I don't care how many. I mean, and not every woman's going to say, I'm going home with him. So these women are going to be like, okay, I can't get George Clooney. Have you ever seen pigs? Have you ever seen this is what I pictured in my head.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Have you ever seen when the mother pig lays down and all her piglets come running up, and not every piglet can get a nipple and get the milk.
Start sucking.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've seen it in that. Yeah. That
okay,
porn.
so I'm looking at. So I'm looking at George Clooney, and all these women get on him. You got 2 or 3 runts who can't get into the middle. You know?
The weaker ones.
The weaker ones, the runts of the pack. So they're looking around the room thinking, okay, Who can I fuck that has touched George Clooney? Or has hung out with George Clooney? Therefore, you've been clooned.
Oh my god.
You've had a clooning.
Are you serious?
People go and hang out with George Clooney because they want to go clooning.
Hey, I kind of understand that. Yeah, don't we have the same kind of dynamic? That's usually what happens.
Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna have something called co-hosting.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna hang out with you.
Yeah.
All the women love you. I don't know why, because you ain't got no penis. You can't do nothing.
But I guess I come with attachments. Corey.
I know women
Don't
love.
Tell the ladies.
They love mechanical toys.
Get the friction on.
I'm gonna do some co-hosting. I'm gonna bring you into the room, just set you on a table, let all the women come to you, and I'm gonna pick the run out of the pack.
How
take
you,
her,
baby?
Yeah, hey,
but you know what? I'm gonna be different. I'm not gonna allow that to happen. As soon as I see that girl go, ooh, and she looks over there and she sees you and she goes, ooh, and then she starts walking towards you. I'm gonna get my little lasso attachment. I'm gonna go grab her,
come here,
pull her
girl.
back in, get over here,
Get over here.
You ain't getting away from me.
I got your milk.
And bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some co-hosting.
All right. Well, good luck.
So, Burn after reading the Coen Brothers movie, I thought it was going to be a smaller film. Didn't expect it to do as well as it did. But number one movie. Hey, good for those guys.
Good for those guys.
I wasn't crazy about the movie myself.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I almost saw it, but I'm gonna. I'll see it this week.
Hey, man, that was just me.
That's you.
Hey, I mean, I don't.
Nobody's perfect.
I don't begrudge anybody who liked the movie because it was just personal for me. It was a little too weird for me. But
I heard Leon told me he loved it.
Hey, a lot of people I'm not surprised.
He said Corey said it was like, and when I saw it, I said, man, fuck that dude.
See, that
movie is genius.
Everybody takes this so seriously, man. I myself said, hey, that is me. That's what I tell people today. That is me.
That's just
me. Okay?
That's just me being me.
Yeah,
if you don't like me, stay away from me.
Exactly. I'm going to let you do you. Let me do me. Being me. So,
I'll do me being me.
All right. So everybody was wondering about Hurricane Ike. Everybody knows we're in Austin.
Oh, yeah. We were.
I said Mike. Hurricane Ike.
Yeah.
People, let me tell you something.
We're okay. We're alive.
It was terrible, though. I woke up the next day, cars turned over. One of the four horsemen of the apocalypse was riding down the street.
Cloverfield monster was running around.
I almost got stepped on by the Cloverfield creature.
Cloverfield monster took a dump, and I ran right into it because I was so scared.
Man, I gotta start pulling these headphones out. I mean, I lean back and laugh, and they go out. And every time I try to plug them back in, I get two of you.
You take the whole computer with you. It lands on the floor.
Yeah,
Corey, stop laughing so hard.
No, people were texting me and saying, "Get the hell out of there!
Evacuate!
Get
out!"
No, I ran my ass right into the toilet. Like, any other place I'm going to be safe, it's going to be right here in the shitter. Nothing ever happens to the toilet. You always see that thing hanging around somewhere.
No, the toilet is always intact. It's just in another county.
The lid and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the right size for me.
Yeah, you fit perfectly.
I'm in there in that crap water and laughing at you guys, and then when nothing happens, oh boy, that's not cool.
Yeah, no, you're in the shitter and we in a world of shit. So, no, but everything is fine here.
We're fine. Yeah. We're okay.
Nothing happened. Yes. Woke up the next day, blue skies.
It was sunny as hell. I know it was sunny. It was hot.
Even the forecasters came up. They came up wearing life vests. So they're like, what happened?
I think every forecaster went, "Oh,
fuck! There's my job."
I know.
Yeah,
they canceled the football game.
People, please get the hell out of here if you can. I'm going right now.
Run! Don't look back. Just run.
Get the hell out of here! It's like it's like they were talking about the zombie apocalypse coming.
I have to admit, we're pretty lucky here in Austin.
Yeah,
it's very rare that.
Yeah, it kind of went around us because the hurricane was as big as Texas. I was talking to one guy, a guy who's known for just making shit up.
Yeah,
the hurricane is as big as Texas. I was like, no. Now, is this another thing that you say, or is that true? Like, nope. It was on the news.
Is this the time when you're telling us the Gremlins were playing the banjo in your front yard? Is the same guy?
President Bush was in my backyard looking through my window last night. I kid you not. He looks after me. He knows I know something. No, it's like, so I'm gonna believe this guy. And so it was a huge hurricane. I mean, tore the fuck out of
Oh yeah,
Galveston.
yeah, I did. Ooh.
Yeah, but you feel bad for those people, man. People died, buildings on fire. I mean, it really was a catastrophe there.
And they told people, I mean, they did say, you know, if you stay, there's a good chance you're not going to make it. I mean,
it's so if you stayed, that was your ass, I guess.
Sorry, people.
I had an extra bedroom. Should have come and talked to me.
That's right.
Could have helped somebody out.
Ladies only.
Yeah, ladies
on my door.
It's ladies' night on Hurricane Night. Sorry, ladies only. Ladies' night.
No fatties.
Fine ladies' night. If you bigger than a bread box, you can't go in here.
If you can't fit through this door, don't need you.
And I got a very narrow door.
No, that's terrible, Corey.
I'm gonna crack the door, and if you can't fit through that,
Corey,
sorry.
Respect the ladies.
Yeah, that was you that brought it up.
I'm going to fight for their honor now.
Oh, please.
Let me sing that song. I will fight for your honor.
Oh, shut up.
Because you fight when I fight for your honor.
So you won't sing the top 10, but you would sing this bullshit.
Well, that's a good song.
Don't want to sing. Don't want to pull
I will fight for your honor. Because when your honor needs fighting.
Are you thinking about that fucking Karate Kid song? I'll be the man who will fight.
Those are the lyrics?
I'll be the one who will.
This whole time, I just say I will fight for
Tap
your honor.
that I just make up my own words.
See, there you go. I include the title of that's the title of the song, so I include that with the rest of the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
So it's just that I will fight for your honor for about 10 minutes.
I put in my own words. You know, take off your clothes
for your honor.
For your honor. Take this big penis.
Hey, the children
of honor.
I will bang the girls for your honor.
I'll be the background doing the soap. Honor.
Where are my arm attachments so I can pretend that I'm playing the keyboard like in that Journey video?
So yeah, people.
Anyway,
okay. No, the one that you had to be worried about was that fucking Atom Smasher.
Atom Smasher. Holy Jesus. I know. When I heard about that, and it was like a blip on the radar when you heard about that news. And by the way, they're playing with forces of the unknown. They're trying to look for black matter and the Atom Smasher, dark matter, and they're going to smash everything up. And scientists are predicting that could be the end of the world. The universe will fold onto itself. A black hole will be created, and we'll be all sucked in. And other news,
no big deal.
Pauly Shore got another film role.
Another
what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Atom Smasher create a suction of a black hole, a world folding itself. Fucking the mist with creatures coming through.
That's all I thought. You know what? I'm glad that's all I thought about. I'm like, did anyone see the goddamn mist? Crying out loud, did no one see that film?
I would fuck that hurricane. I was expecting to wake up in the morning and see a giant crab walking across the street. What? I was expecting like tentacles to come out of my backyard and
grabbing you guys, and and you're screaming like girls, and I'm like, oh God!
Open your refrigerator, spiders in there and shit. Fuck that. The hurricane? No.
I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about that big ass monster, like biting your head off.
Shit, I was expecting like a leg to come stumping down the street in front of my house with the mist coming through. I was like, fuck that. Or I was expecting to wake up the next day and find out new superhero out of nowhere created from dark matter.
Oh no!
Oh shit! What?
Dark Matter Man.
Dark Matter Man. Tyler Perry is Dark Matter Man.
No, please don't give him any ideas.
Tyler Perry Dark Matter.
He's made enough money. Oh my God! But yeah, that it happened, and
we're here,
and we're still here.
For
right
now,
there's no telling. Yeah,
a big question mark comes on screen. For now,
Texas is a big place, so those goddamn monsters, they got a lot of ways to walk.
They said that hole that they did the experiment in is 17 miles.
Yeah,
miles.
I know,
17 miles
for a reason.
Those creatures on their way.
I know.
I mean, right now they're taking a Gatorade break. They're sitting back like, God damn. Come on, man. We're halfway. No, man, I got to sit down and have some water. Okay, something.
Big ass tunnel.
Come on. They got the lunch boxes. Like, come on.
We got Lunchables.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. I practiced bologna sandwich for a reason. Let's take a break, okay? And then we'll be on our way.
Yeah, I can't wait to get some real food.
That's a snack.
Can't wait to try that black meat. Dark meat.
Now, see, there you go. Hey, we're going to start at Tyler Perry's house first, right?
Tyler Perry. No, we leave him alone. We love his movies.
He has a new one coming out. Don't eat him. We got to let him make another one. We have another one out next week. So now with that said, let's go ahead and get into some things that have happened
Some important things, Corey?
The real things. I mean, we survived.
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
We survived long enough for us to bring you the business. On the celebration, I know it's wrong to say celebration, but on the not the celebration, but on 9/11 just passed. And of course, a huge tragic event.
Yes.
The anniversary. I mean to say celebration. Please forgive me, Bill. I mean, on the anniversary of 9/11.
It is not a celebration.
I know.
It's a very tragic
Well,
event.
wait. Well, it's a celebration for somebody. The jihadists. It ain't us.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we pretend they don't exist. Right?
Yeah, those people. Yeah, we let them do what they do.
Do what they do.
We'll get your ass later. Party all you want to. Bust that piano, whatever you want to do. We'll be after you in a little while.
They will pay.
All that. Yeah, shit. But anyway, no. But on the anniversary of 9/11, unfortunately, we had another tragic event occur. Roger Ebert got the fuck beat out of him.
Oh, that's right.
Got a beat down.
He got a beat down with a binder.
I heard that they actually somebody turned around, punched him in the face, and then took his wheelchair and rolled it down the aisle until it hit some steps and he fell. I mean, just fucking tragic.
And
man.
while he was on the ground, somebody threw a trapper keeper, and that shit just landed right on his head. Right on his head. Boing.
Yeah, exactly. Hit a man while he was down.
And he couldn't even scream. He's like,
Okay, now we're bullshitting people. There was a story that at the Toronto Film Festival, it got blown out of proportion. It was pretty much Roger Ebert got knocked the fuck out. That's pretty much what it came to.
He got knocked out. He got a what was it? One of those UFC beatdowns.
One of those raw fighting experiences. Beat fucking. But no, what happened was at the Toronto Film Festival, they were at the screening for Slumdog Millionaire, I think is the movie.
Yeah,
and
Danny
Boyle movie.
Yeah, film.
Which I heard nothing but good things about right now. We'll talk about that in a little while. But they were at a screening for that movie, so you had this critic there, and so he's getting apparently tapped on, but on the shoulder by somebody behind him.
Sitting behind him.
Yeah, and they do it 2 times. Like the first time, he's like, "Don't touch me."
Don't touch me. Yeah.
And the second time, he was like, "I told you not to touch me." And then the third time, I think it happened is like he just turned around and rolled up a program, I think, or something.
They said it was a binder or a program,
or something, and then turned around and he hit somebody. And everybody in the theater heard like a whack, but it was dark. All you hear is, "I told you not to touch me. Get your head out my pocket." And then it's like, "Bah!" So somebody heard that and like, "Fuck!" And then they see when the lights come on and shit. It's like, "Oh fuck!" It's this. I don't know if the lights came on, but somebody recognized it was this critic and Roger Ebert.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Fuck! Did somebody punch Roger Ebert?" But now turns out that it was Roger Ebert that he hit.
Yes.
And Roger Ebert himself said, "Look, this was blown out of proportion."
He actually wrote a blog. Yeah, he wrote a blog about it, and he said this was way out of proportion. He even described exactly what happened. And that's even a funnier story. That's better than the actual story. Or he was tapping the guy because of his condition. The film was subtitled apparently.
Yeah, and
he was tapping the guy because he was sitting in his line of sight, and apparently he was really desperate to read the subtitles, and he just kind of tapped him politely, and the guy didn't move. He didn't move, and then he said, "Don't touch me," and Roger Ebert once again tapped him again. He's like, "I told you not to touch me," and he did it again. He was like, "Well, I'm not intimidated by this son of a bitch," and he tapped him again, and that dude got up and just boom, hit him on the head.
That's all we know. Roger Ebert could have hit him on the back of the head first.
Exactly,
Move, motherfucker.
Exactly. And apparently, I think he just brushed him by his
on his knee. Hit him on the knee.
Yeah, he hit him on his knee.
Now, see, now I'm taking in all the story here. Now, imagine if you're in the theater. Now, Roger Ebert, from what I understand, I mean, it's a bad condition. That dude pretty much has no chin and no neck. It was cancer. He had surgery for cancer. And if you look at him, somebody said, and I'm not even trying to make a joke. They say he looks like he's deflating in a way. I mean, the pictures are still on the front page. I think
it's on the front page. So
it's
sad. I mean,
it is sad, but he can't talk. Now, imagine you're in a theater and somebody is tapping you, and you're like, "Would you not tap me?" Because somebody would usually say, "Look, I'm sorry, I can't see." Instead of somebody just tapping you. So the guy was probably kind of intimidated, like, "Who's this motherfucker tapping me? He can't ask me."
Yeah.
So I'm not even saying Roger Ebert was wrong. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
everybody wants to look at this critic like, what a fucking bully, man.
Yeah,
'Cause even I'm
exactly.
sure he turned around. He's like, oh, fuck, I hit this guy?
Yeah.
This guy can't even defend himself.
And the funny thing is, like, after the guy noticed who he hit, he didn't even apologize. He kind of slumped and left. So
it was embarrassment.
It
I know.
was, yeah.
You,
and
you
I
say,
mean,
and I've been in that situation. I think you were with me one time where I spilled something on a woman's shoes.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to say. And the
that
woman even
lady-
told me, she's
yeah,
like,
that
you should
lady's
say
like,
I'm sorry. And
You
I was
could
like,
at least say you're sorry. And she looked at you like,
And
God damn, do I hate black people now?
That's all I kept-
I used to hate him, but boy, do I really hate them.
but boy, and you know how much they like shoes.
And
they
Corey,
don't
you
know
just
my
looked at-
shoes.
The funny thing is, you looked at her like you just like, oh, what happened to you? You're like,
Fuck you,
I was
shoes.
like, did
Give
I
a
do-
fuck about your shoes.
Did I do that?
Man, the truth of the matter is, I was
Yeah.
very embarrassed, and
I
she
could
looked
tell.
at me. She was already mad,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and because she was already upset, and she didn't know what to, and I didn't know what to say. I thought she was going to start yelling at me.
I was waiting. I was like, the funny thing is, I just wanted to see the fireworks. So I'm honestly looking at you, and I was like, are you going to say something, Corey? I guess not.
Speak up for
And
me.
then she
My little
spoke
metal
up.
friend here will say I'm sorry. My ambassador of good faith here will say I'm sorry.
And then I kind of whispered to her, did you hear what he told you? He told you go screw yourself. You gonna take that?
Go
You
fuck-
gonna take that?
Go fuck yourself, fatty.
You gonna go? You gonna take that from a black man?
And I know of all the
I'd
people,
never.
these people buy shoes instead of feeding their children.
And they
And he spills paint on mine,
on my shoes. These shoes cost more than your house.
on my knickerbockers. But man,
That was pretty funny.
it was man. But you know what? To this day, and I wish
You still think about it?
I
You
do.
still wake up at night?
And I wake up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I wake up like I wake up screaming. I'm sorry. Sweating. Oh God, fuck! And then I turn around. She's in the bed next to me. You can say you're sorry.
Now show me you're sorry. Oh, she's naked, all old. Yeah.
But no, this whole incident with Roger Ebert, man, I'm sure that on both parts it was an
Right.
embarrassment.
Yeah.
The guy probably should have said I'm sorry, but hey, I've been in that situation. I know it's embarrassing. He's in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
He probably just said, I gotta get the fuck out of
He's
here.
just like, I better run the fuck out of here before I get
Because
pummeled.
because he's probably in his mind, he was thinking like people probably gonna start yelling. Oh yeah, big guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
pick on the guy in the wheelchair with no neck.
You know, Tyler
Yeah.
Perry was like, "Hey, motherfucker, what are you doing tonight?"
Yeah, shit.
Oh,
Right. Hey,
oh,
Roger,
pick
I
on
got
me.
you. Yeah. You know Tyler Perry's a big motherfucker. Hey, Roger, I got your back, man. Hey, motherfucker, you want to hit me?
Even though you didn't like my last move, but I stuck up for you because I liked you. I liked you, son. what bitch? What'd you say?
Move me, motherfucker. but no, it was an unfortunate incident. Nothing groundbreaking. I mean,
Nah,
Roger Ebert
no.
even said, "Look, man, this is just a small thing.
I know.
It was no big deal."
Exactly.
at all.
He was like, "Hey, I was in a room surrounded by journalists, so of course this was going to happen." But
He said, as a journalist, you should be more respectful. But the guy sitting in front of him, as a tall person myself, sometimes you just don't know when you're in somebody's eye line.
exactly.
And I'm sure the guy was regretful about it.
Oh,
very
I'm
sorry.
sure. Yeah, I mean, but hey, you just if I were that guy, I would have just. I'm sorry, I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he probably had in his mind people lifting him up and like carrying him outside and tying him to some horses and drawing and quartering his ass. No,
I'll suck your dick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'll suck your dick.
And when I'm done with you, I'll do him and the guy right next to
And then
you.
they say, "No, don't suck my dick. Suck Roger Ebert's dick." And he like, kill me. I ain't that sorry.
Damn.
Murder my ass.
Poor Roger.
Yeah, no, man.
That poor guy.
Yeah, no, it really is tragic what's happened to that guy, man.
It
really is. I
Hey,
mean,
but you know what? The thing is that when I was looking at this, it was on Leon's page.
Yeah.
He put up a picture where after the show he was smiling, had a big thumbs up, and
got himself.
he was happy. Hey, the
Hey,
guy has
he-
a big ass smile on his face,
and he's got a black wife.
Right, and I don't blame him. I would be if I had a nice black wife, I'd be doing the same thing
yeah,
for her.
you know.
So I'm not completely.
She
racist.
stood by her man.
I love that sugar, that brown sugar,
Brown
And
sugar.
That's right. Keep it round, keep it proud,
Keep
That's
it round
right.
and brown.
round, brown,
Brown
proud.
and brown. The new single by
He's
co-host
happy.
and Corey.
He's a happy guy. Looking at that picture made me happy. I'm like, hey,
he ain't
things
got no
aren't that
problem.
bad. Things aren't that bad.
He said he's like, shit, I ain't got no chin and neck, and I'm still
I
fucking.
might as well. Yeah.
Shit, there's some guys that they got everything. They ain't getting nothing.
I still go to the movies and I love it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's cool. All right, and Slumdog Millionaire actually, let me see, it won the top award at the Toronto Film Festival.
Yeah, what did he tell this guy he's going to be up, like, I think
For an
Roger
Oscar
Ebert-
nod.
Yeah, he's like, he told the director Danny Boyle that this is going to get an Oscar nod.
Yeah, I don't know that much about the movie. I really don't. I mean, from what I've heard, I just know it's written by the guy that wrote The Full Monty. Don't remember the guy's name. Apparently, that's one of Danny Boyle's favorite British films.
Oh, really?
And so he wrote the script, and it's about some kid in India who's on an Indian version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And he wins. He goes on to impress a girl, but he ends up winning it.
Oh, wow.
Everybody says, "Nah, this son of a bitch cheated." So apparently, it's an underdog story of somehow.
Awesome. I love those.
Some sort. So apparently, hey, big ruckus at a movie that went on and like probably is going to do some big awards. I like Danny Boyle too. I
love Danny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
28 Days is one of my favorite movies.
28 days,
Days 20 days later.
Yeah, it's
And,
a great film. I even like Sunshine.
Man, I didn't think Sunshine was great. The second half I thought kind of fell off a little bit, but that first half was incredible.
That first half was incredible, and
Yeah.
it stuck with me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and Train Spotting was his first movie.
Trainspotting, obviously. Yeah,
And I saw that
that's
movie
a good-
again recently. I remember seeing it when it was in the theaters, and I thought like, "Wow, this is an incredible movie." But I forgot about it, and watching it again, I was like, "Damn, that
It still
really
holds
does it."
up. Yeah.
I mean, that movie is very uncomfortable,
Yeah.
disturbing, and funny, and it still
and
does
I'm
still
still
hold up.
wanting Ewan McGregor to do something like incredibly great. I mean, like his performance in that film, unlike the
What, Star Wars.
goddamn Star Wars.
He's done
We're
some-
not going to get into that.
Yeah, no, he's done some. I'm sure he's done some big things. I can't remember
Exactly. That's my point. You can't remember.
You can't remember.
I don't. That's
It's in
not,
there somewhere.
That's not good.
Speaking of other movies, foreign films.
Foreign
Yeah,
films.
there's a German movie. The American title of it
German?
is called Cloud Nine. I'm not even trying to pronounce I can't remember what the
Clink
German
Nine.
Clouds in Nine.
Clouds and Nines.
You gotta yell that. Clouds in Hitler was
You
Hitler was,
will watch it.
hey, say whatever you want to about Hitler. That motherfucker was passionate.
Yeah.
I mean, Hitler would ask you for some salt. Pass the salt. Get that motherfucker some salt now.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Please hurry before he kills us all. We're all going to be in that oven along with that turkey.
Shit, somebody give him the salt. What do you do? What, I'm gonna kill 6 million Jews? That motherfucker was crazy. But no, I actually talked to some people in Germany now, and I don't want to make them seem like I know. I always bring up Hitler.
We're just
kidding.
kidding. Come on.
And if anything, you've been making some bold movies. German film. You remember when German cinema was coming out, and that's when we got like when it was like kind of big. I mean, it goes back and forth, but that's when we got Run Lola Run.
Yeah,
that was a
I
German
thought that
film,
was the
yeah.
only one, but that
No,
was
there
an
some-
incredible film.
No, there were some other movies, and I'm not sure. But what was that movie? It was pretty. The movie's not called Your Friends and Neighbors, but it's something like that. I think it was a German movie. It won best foreign feature 2 years
I
ago.
hope so, Corey. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh
Corey.
man, I wish I. Okay, no, you know what? Forget about it.
Yeah, pretend we do. We'll cut that out.
Oh yeah, we edited it. Cloud Nine though is a movie about sex, very explicit sex.
All right.
Here's the catch, co-host:
What? How can there be a catch about sex?
is old people. It's apparently it's a movie about senior citizens having
Senior
sex.
citizens aren't supposed to do that.
And they say they do the down and dirty.
Oh,
they getting down in the
no.
boogie brown.
That's about as bad as bestiality. That's
No,
sick.
okay, come on, man. No.
Old people are supposed to sit and win in chairs and watch cars drive by and drink lemonade and piss in their diapers. That's what they're supposed to do.
Okay, I'm gonna be off the mic right here. Let me see if I can find the name of the movie here, and if not, I'm gonna read you a little. I'm gonna read you a little bit of an excerpt from this that explains what I think about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find the title here real quick. People, I'm sorry, I'm brushing the mic and everything.
We'll cut this part
Okay.
out.
I can't again. I don't even know how I'm trying to say this.
Farfig Newton.
Farfik Nugan. Okay, I'm not even trying
That's
to get into
probably
it.
not true.
But here's a quote from the movie. That wasn't even the title of the movie. They were talking about a daily that the movie was in when they were talking about the film. But let me read you something about this movie.
Read it, Corey.
Okay. The first love scene of note in Cloud 9 occurs when 60-ish seamstress Ingrid or something. Well, I'm not going to know the name. Becomes infatuated with 76-year-old customer Carl, leading to a lustful encounter atop a rug. Now, somebody quotes this and says, "Who would want to see a couple of chubby, wrinkly seniors having sex?" Asked a critic for the newspaper Bild, which is Bild, is the way they spelled it.
And then Cyrus stood up and said, "I do."
Corey got up and said, "I do." But it says this, quite simply: anyone who finally wants to experience a realistic, passionate, and involving love story that is uncompromising and fearlessly talks about the joy of sex. Okay, now look. Here's the deal.
Oh,
Here's the deal. Now,
I'll pass, Corey.
I'm gonna pull the plug on you in a couple of years, so you ain't got about getting worried about. I'm gonna use you for spare parts or something.
What? No, you're not.
Okay, maybe not. You ain't gonna be around forever though.
Oh,
None of us
no,
gonna.
no.
And us humans,
I'll be around. Yeah, you humans will be.
when we're gone, and the robot apocalypse comes.
That's right, sir.
Well, here's the deal with that statement there, and I agree with it wholeheartedly. Look, we all make fun of old people, but none of us want to die. And since none of us want to die, we all want to live to be 76. Some of us even want to live to be 90.
Really?
We all know that we got to go, but people say, hey, if I can live as long as I can, that's fine.
Well, remember your bladder and your crap shoot. That's all going to go.
But that's going to be fixed,
and that's all going to be on the floor.
No.
And you're going to be left cleaning it up.
No. Because by that time we'll have robot asses and genitalia.
What?
Yeah, to hold all that intact.
Oh God!
Yeah,
we better hurry up.
I'm gonna get a cyborg ass and penis before it's all over.
No, we better hurry up with this war.
I'm gonna be fighting right
I will
by
not
you.
allow that to happen to my people.
My mechanical penis will serve as a machine gun.
No!
I will be serving with you. More than a machine gun than it already does. But I agree with that. Look, the fact of the matter is, senior citizens do have sex. I mean, we can't just act like that doesn't happen. And chances are, if you are, especially with sex being what it is right now, I mean, it's becoming more mainstream. It's becoming more open. People
As
becoming,
far as what in film or just in general, people are out screwing on the streets. What's going on?
That is next. They're gonna be in the trees,
I
fucking
can't
like
wait.
squirrels.
Finally, I'm gonna put that damn camera to some use, make some money.
But no, I mean, right now we're becoming a culture that is becoming very open about sex.
We're finally catching up to the Europeans.
I hope so. I mean, we got in Europe, they got chicks catching the bus topless.
They got chicks eating soup, like with the tits hanging out, eating soup, advertising for chicken noodle soup.
They have McDonald's,
exactly, naked.
Yeah.
Now, how come I can't get that over here?
Eating fries, getting ketchup all over the boobs.
I get little goddamn kids like with ketchup on their face, and that doesn't do nothing for me.
I can't see.
I'm not into that.
Naked chick eating a quarter pounder, yeah. I want to see something good,
I want to see some boobs.
Yeah, exactly. Dude,
soup.
But boobs and soup. I'll have the boobs and soup special, please.
Oh, I need to show you that video. That it's an Asian video with this girl. You just see her head. Stop me if you've seen this. She's just slurping. She's like, and it looks like she's like, she's doing the business. She's like sucking, and it goes on
the old oral ori.
Yes, and it goes on for a little while, and then the camera pans back, and you're like, oh God, here it comes. I don't know if I want to see that. And it's soup. She's eating soup,
and the joke's
she's
on
eating
you.
Roman noodles. Well, I didn't mind. I don't want to see.
You say Roman noodles?
I think it's ramen noodles.
I like Roman noodles.
Roman noodles.
She was doing a Roman noodle.
Yes,
but look, my point is that. Yeah, whether we catch up to the Europeans or not, it's becoming more mainstream, which means we got to be more responsible, but also means that we got to deal with the fact that the image of sexuality being something that is just your 20, 30 somethings, 40 somethings having sex. That's not it anymore. I mean, we're getting to people now. We got to deal with the fact that people in their 60s and above are still going at it. And hey, look, there's some women out there who we would not mind looking at. Helen Mirren was seen on the beach in a bikini. Yeah. Unless that shit was photoshopped, she was hot.
She was hotsy-totsy.
Now, granted, I don't think she has any children. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But that broad was fine, man.
She's hot. All right, you got to show me those pictures.
Yeah, I'll look it up. We'll find it later. And so,
what was her name? Oh, hold on.
Helen Mirren. Look, you can't even wait. Look at this. Got to look for it. But yeah, I think that that's fine. I mean, and the thing is, hopefully we'll be taking care of ourselves better. We'll be looking better when we're in that age, and we're still going to be going at it. People are going to be having sex longer, man. People live longer. People are healthier longer. People are going to be fucking longer.
Eat that, what's that yogurt or whatever, Proactive? What is that?
What? That's an acne medication.
Oh, is it? I thought it was yogurt.
You talking about Yoplait?
Yeah.
Well, you get Proactive.
No, Activa. There you go.
So you're gonna poison.
I'm trying to look
somebody.
up the naked pictures and to talk at the same time. I'm sorry.
You're gonna end up like somebody gonna take that for granted. I better eat some Proactive. You're gonna end up killing somebody. I'm gonna stay young forever.
You what a dummy. That was a joke. That was a joke, you stupid. And you did
fucking
it. And
asshole.
yet the joke's on you.
All right. So while you looking at these nasty ass pictures of Helen Mirren, she's not naked, she's in a bikini. But while you looking it up, I'm going to go ahead and stop this for a second because we're approaching that mark.
You do that, Corey.
Shut up. Okay, all right. Helen Mirren, man. Kids, we're back. We just got through starting over here. Mm-hmm. Helen Mirren, 60-some years old, man, in a goddamn bikini.
I found them, Corey. I found
and I'm
them.
looking at that. I'm like, damn.
Dude, look at that.
Now,
holy Jesus.
Now tell me you would not do that.
I'll do that.
But not tell anybody.
Yeah,
I'll tell everybody.
I'll blog about it.
Okay, these are safe pictures. Okay,
They are,
for all the kids out there. I mean, look, we never started.
For
this,
you kids, yeah,
we never started doing this for kids. But then we find out when we say something, those kids immediately start looking for it. Hey, kids, these are safe pictures, and look, I encourage you to go find them because this is what people are going to be looking like later on in life if we continue to take care of ourselves like we do.
Hopefully, yeah,
hopefully, there will be more of that.
Proactive and. Uh-oh. Did you have another?
Yeah, hold on. What you say? Keep eating your Proactive.
Keep eating that Proactive, yeah. Brush your teeth with Preparation H. Look years younger.
Be ready, good to go.
Olive Olay, who needs it?
Kids, don't do that.
Yeah,
right? I know, like you pimple faced kids out there, you got Proactive in your drawer right now. You're gonna go in there and start trying to eat this shit.
Don't do anything I say.
But like Sophia Loren is still hot. I think they had pictures of her up there. But hopefully, I mean, look, we got people today who are 21 look like shit. All right, I mean,
that's true.
But hopefully, they can look at something like Helen Mirren like that and let that be an inspiration. I tell you what, if my wife looks like that at 60-something, you damn right we're gonna be fucking.
And boy, dude, having big breasts that also helps too.
Oh my god,
because
man!
Look at those milk bags, buddy. Holy Jesus!
Oh my god, man! Come on, man! Quit being nasty. Stop
that. Hey, those are bags of life. The children drink from there, and and that's how they develop the brain. And
I'm compared to her age. I am a child. And feed me, Seymour.
Oh my God, mommy. Oh.
All right. Okay, let's segue into something here. Last week, now what was that girl in High School Musical 2?
Vanessa Hudgens.
Yes. Hudgens.
Yes.
We went off last week talking about go look for these new pictures of her. We went off talking about how we do her. And then Silver Surfer comes and tells you.
Yeah, I'll tell you. As soon as we got done with that, I look on my page and on the comments, Silver Surfer is like, "Hey, you know that girl you were talking about with the pictures?" And he didn't even type her name. You know she has a sister on this website. And I was like, what? And I just typed them back and like, you dummy, you believe anything. And so it did make me think, and I went and actually I Googled, I just typed in Vanessa Hudgens' sister. And I'm not going to say her name.
Yeah.
But her name did pop up. And it was a young girl. She's
like 12.
She's 12. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I highlighted it, put it in our member finder, yeah. And she popped up. And I was like, "Oh no!" And she popped up, and honestly, I was like, "Well, maybe this is a fabricated members.
Yeah,
they
somebody just used the name.
Yeah, just using that name or whatever." And I clicked on her photos, and there are just tons of pictures with her and her sister, and I was just like, "No,
oh my god!"
And then I went back to Silver Surfer. I'm like, "You son of a bitch! Why are you always raining on my parades, huh? Why you always got to pee on my cereal?"
Shit! Hey, look, if she's gonna be as fine as her sister. You know how people camped out for Star Wars?
hey,
I'm gonna be camping out waiting for her to turn 18.
Corey, she's 12
Gonna
years
be a
old.
6-year camp out.
Come on.
No, I know, man.
I felt
Look,
bad. Hey, she's a member, and we
look,
respect our members. And you know what, honey? Well, we didn't even honestly. We didn't say anything
Hey, look,
bad.
we didn't say anything bad,
Hey,
and we didn't
she's a
post
great
those
actress.
pictures.
Hey, honey,
Okay, come on, don't go too far now,
listen,
come on.
she's a great actress. She's a beautiful woman. And I respect her a lot. I will fight for her honor. And you know, I know you and I aren't friends, but don't be afraid to friend me. And you know, well, I'll be your friend and your buddy, and hopefully, you know, I'll get invited
her
over
protector?
to your I'll get invited over to the house and have dinner. And
Yeah, okay. Stop there. Stop there. All right, damn it. But you know something? I feel kind of bad too.
Now-
When I heard that she was on the site, I was like, God
Yeah.
damn it. I mean, we can't do
I
nothing.
know.
Man.
I got to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, what are we supposed to do?
It's not my fault.
But
We
the
didn't
thing
tell them
is,
to do that.
I said that to you when we found out. I was like, look, we didn't put the pictures up.
That's true.
And
That
if
is
anything, we
true.
were complimentary. And she's legal. And so,
yeah,
and she is a beautiful girl.
She's
Hey,
a beautiful girl, and there's
look,
nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with
Let me
that.
tell you something. If we had to, I'm the type of person I would not take nude photos of someone and put them anywhere near the internet. I wouldn't even put them near a computer. I'd set them across the
Corey,
room.
Me neither. I don't do that.
So you're not gonna put those pictures out that you took of me?
What?
Just
No, you
see-
sicko.
see if
The
you-
people that did not know.
See if
Why
you're
are
on
you
your
why are you
toes.
doing that? Why do you say
Keeping
those
you
things?
on your toes.
I'm gonna get like all these comments.
Taking pictures of Corey naked.
And you know what's gonna be worse?
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna end up drawing that
Somebody
shit.
get Photoshop that crap.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Great, thanks,
Mexicano's
Corey.
gonna do some shit. Yeah,
No, please send in more Vanessa Hudgens photos to my comment
Yeah.
page, please.
But that little girl, I want to tell, hey, look, we're not trying to be disrespectful.
No,
this is
no,
what we do here on this show. We make fun of people, we laugh, and if
And we're not even making fun of her.
Yeah, we're not even making fun of
It's
her.
something she did, and you know, hey,
Right.
we all screw up, and you know, and that I don't consider that a screw. She did something nice for her boyfriend, Corey. And what's wrong with that? If you're gonna take nude pictures, do it for your boyfriend.
It was a
you know?
sweet gesture.
It was.
We
And-
would all be so lucky to have a girlfriend like
yes,
her.
and you know, women, that is one thing you can all do for your man. Take a few naked pictures, Polaroids or whatever, and first send them over to me
For approval.
and then for approval, just to make sure you
Make
look
sure they're
right.
tasteful, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You got your back arched. You know, you're looking good. You want to look good, and I know
Exactly.
what good looks like. I do this for
You're
a
an-
living.
you're
I
an
know
expert.
what's good.
You look at ton of porn all day. You know it looks good.
Exactly. And then I'll give you the approval, the co-host 3000 seal of approval. And you can send that to your boyfriend, your lover, whatever. You know.
Yeah, you let him know.
And he'll be thankful.
He'll
What
be
a
happy.
present. Yeah, and you will prove that women should be respected and you worshipped, and you know. Corey, I'm sorry. I love women.
As a
I love-
matter of
I
fact,
love women. I love what they do.
To this girl's sister, Vanessa Hutchins' sister.
Yes.
I'm sure your sister, after she took those photos, her boyfriend he was using those to draw her.
That's
nice
right,
pieces
yes.
of art.
Just like in the
Titanic.
Yes.
Yes.
Just like Leo. That's
Yes.
what Leo was doing. He saw beauty and he wanted to try to recreate that.
To document it.
Like God did. Yes.
Exactly.
And that is sweet. That is the sweetest thing. And that's something to learn. Something to learn here.
And then he took him to the
I don't-
bathroom
I
and
don't
did
know
all
what we're
kinds.
learning, but yeah.
See, that's what I felt like. I can't do nasty
Yeah.
things to myself now anymore with those pictures.
Not
so.
anymore. No,
Not anymore.
we respect Vanessa Hudgens, and we look forward to seeing her
Her
star
next
to
work.
shine a little bit brighter in the future.
We look forward to seeing more pictures of her, more pieces of art.
No, but hey, thank you for being a member. We respect you, and hopefully nobody will contact you and tell you what we just said.
So moving on.
Moving on, yes.
All right, now somebody sent me a message on my profile page and sent me a link to something.
Uh-oh.
And what it was, you're familiar with Ren and Stimpy, right?
Yes. Are you
I
kidding?
love Ren and Stimpy.
Stimpy. You idiot.
Yeah, I'm not going to go with that. But yeah, yes, I'm a huge fan. I respect John Kay and all the work he's done, and even his bad stuff is good, I think. But
Great artist, man.
A fantastic
And-
artist. Yeah, he's
Well,
a bit nuts, but he
is crazy.
Artists are supposed to be crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry. You're not good unless you're crazy.
yeah, the best ones, chopping ears off and shit
Exactly.
like that. But
you must suffer for your art.
So here's what he did. Somebody put a post on my profile page, and they linked to his blog post.
Yeah.
And in it, there was on the side, it's already kind of buried, but on the side it says, I forgot what it says, but how to create memorable, iconic characters.
Yeah, somebody wrote why.
A girl named Karen wrote in.
Yeah, why are a lot of these current animated characters, why are they not iconic? Why don't they do the same thing like the Hanna-Barbera, Looney Tunes type illustrations? How come nothing really sticks in this, this time that we're in, as far as there's no real new characters that are coming out that you just remember and you know their names, like the Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. And so he answered the question, and he gave examples of what are memorable, iconic characters. And then he said, but today, a lot of people do very generic things.
Very generic, very, just realistic, and they have no personality.
Yeah.
Right.
And so he took one of I did an illustration, a very quick illustration for the cover.
Leog?
I use that very loosely, cover, but an illustration for their
for Leog?
For the Leogs, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And he took that picture and put it on his blog post under these are examples of generic art.
Yeah.
And look, let me tell you something.
Leon and Cyrus, you dope.
You sons of, you're not iconic.
You look so damn generic. Your generic looks.
You're nothing.
Yeah.
But
you notice he didn't put any pictures up of me, huh?
Oh, this is a face you
iconic.
Gotta
Legends are born.
But man, let me tell you
Leon.
something. This guy was sort of a hero of mine. I mean, you mentioned some of the great artists out there that I think have had an imprint on animation. He is definitely one of them.
Oh yeah.
So then I see this, and I look at this, and it's almost like going through the 5 stages of death.
Oh,
what was going through my?
Because your heart just
at first,
falling apart.
Yeah, because at first it's like denial. It's like shit. I know I'm good.
Nah, that's not my stuff.
Yeah, no, I be drawing good pictures. Shit, that motherfucker tell me I ain't good.
Work of art. Screw him.
Shit, I know. I'm a genius.
What has he done?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
And then you go through like anger and self pity. I mean, because I was just you go through anger. Like what motherfucker were you talking to? You know the fuck you yelling at? I'm CoreySpill.com. Spill.
I stab that bitch.
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. And I'm cocking my gun and then getting my rifle together.
What makes you think I won't cut you?
Sitting like dead presidents, getting my weapons together. I'm gonna blow this motherfucker away talking about me like that. And then you go through
Dolomite.
What you say? I'm in there quoting Dolomite. Yeah. This motherfucker bad and think he got class. I'm gonna wrap this shotgun up his motherfucking ass. But and then you go through self pity and it's like like I'm in there. I'm looking at my hand. I'm like, why can't you do anything good? Stupid. And then with a chainsaw trying to cut that shit off like Evil Dead 2.
Who's laughing now?
Yeah, I mean, I went through a lot of,
Damn,
and then
Corey.
I just came through like acceptance, but really, I looked at it, and at first I really did get very angry because there was under some of the pictures it said, and some people are very proud of it. Now I got angry at that because I said, oh, look, you don't know me, and I'm not going around bragging about what I do. If anything I hate to be accused of is, I hate to be accused of somebody who's going around gloating with arrogance about what I do.
Right.
And it's just not me. I mean, but then I found out that wasn't it. He just said there's some very generic styles. Now, look, regardless of what I think about what I do, this guy he's had an influence of a whole generation of animators and animated TV shows. You look at stuff today, even today, like something such as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Which was, I always think, is a complete ripoff of in a lot of ways to Ren and Stimpy. Yeah.
It is. I mean, there's been tons of that style ripped off. Even things that kind of deviate away from that style, but they still have that animation.
A good part of Cartoon Network. I mean, they owe
Nickelodeon.
They owe their existence to what he did with Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy was one of the most influential things to come out of the 90s and influence animation even till today. There are people who are still trying those animation techniques that he did for animating those weird characters such as Ren and Stimpy, and from there on. And then he trained under Ralph Bakshi, I believe. As a matter of fact, if you look at a video that Ralph Bakshi did for the Rolling Stones Harlem Shuffle, and I'm sure some other things, but that just comes to mind. I think I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this either, but I think John Kricfalusi, who goes by John K. I think he might have worked on that video. I know he worked on Mighty Mouse. And
Well, he did the Bjork video. What was it?
Did John Kay do the Bjork video?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, but Ralph actually did
his company. I don't know if he actually. I'm pretty sure he worked on the video. I should look that up. Real quick.
But Ralph Bakshi did work on the Harlem Shuffle, the Rolling Stones video, and you can see a lot of that style influencing John Kricfalusi's stuff. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, look, yeah, I what am I going to say? This is a guy. If anybody's going to criticize you, if anybody's going to pick your stuff out and criticize you, not only is it flattering in a way almost, but regardless of what you think about yourself, regardless if people think he's being mean or whatever, you listen.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always said, we put our stuff, when you put something out there for everyone to see, for the public to see, it's open for criticism. That's it. I mean, and
you're right. I mean, and the thing is, hey, at least he noticed us. I mean,
that goes to show you that people are at least looking.
Yes, people are looking, and regardless, of what he thinks of the pictures. I mean, we don't know what he thinks of the content, but
that was one thing I said. You took one picture. What can I say? I think that he only got a small part of what was happening, because I said, look, what we do here, as far as on the art side, was all designed to be done very quickly, because I mean we're turning out episodes, 2 or 3 episodes a week, and for a long time. I mean, even to a certain extent today, it's kind of a one-man crew.
And you hope like someone like him could notice that, because he does a lot of animated shorts on the web. I mean, with Spumco.com, I mean, he tried to do his John Licker American. He tried to do a series like that on the web. And I mean, I was a fan of it, but I tell you what, the animations that he did in Flash, those took forever. I mean, I'd be waiting for weeks to see the next episode.
Yeah. And see, you can't work that way all the time. Sometimes you just get the feeling that when somebody criticizes that way, they don't understand what you do. But then again, they take something that you put up there for face value. I wrote something back on my. I put a comment on his page. He has to approve it, so it might not be up. I checked before we started doing this, and it wasn't up yet. And but I did say, listen, I just like I told you, I said I don't think you fully understand what went into the design and how quickly we have to work and how it's designed for pretty much one person to do. But at the same time, being that we make a living off movie criticism, I can't get angry at your criticism of myself. Right. I would just like for you to give me more details on what I can do to improve. And coming from somebody like that would be welcome. The only thing that really makes me uneasy, I know animators, at least those who are classically trained, I'm talking about the pen and paper, because that's where I started out. And I wasn't even as entrenched as somebody like John Kay, who learned that way. I mean, I came up in the age of computers.
Yeah.
There's a certain almost pomposity and a sense of an elitist attitude that goes.
You say that again, brother. And I've met my share of artists and people that do your type of work, and I meet them once. I never want to meet them again.
And that's the only thing. I'm not going to turn somebody
in a whole other world.
If you're accomplished and somebody like John Kricfalusi, or I hope I'm saying his name right. We'll just say John Kay. Somebody who I think is kind of underappreciated.
No, he is. I mean, he's done. I mean, he did do the Bjork music video "I Miss You."
Oh, look, yeah.
He did. He did work on that.
He
also did Tenacious D.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah,
gently.
Yeah. He did that, and the thing is, it's like it seems like his popularity is known within the industry, and he has his fan base, but it's not widely known, honestly. I mean,
but his influence is
you see his influence all over the place. He's kind of in a lot of ways, he's kind of an unsung hero.
Yeah, he is, and I think because a lot of people think he's crazy. I mean, he is. He has been known to do crazy.
If you watch his video intros for the latest Ren and Stimpy's that came out on Spike TV, where he does the intro, you can definitely see a lot of. And
those didn't do well, because I mean he's kind of nuts.
Those. He finally had reign. He had
free reign and free control.
Free reign of those Ren and Stimpy's of how he really wanted
on Spike
to do
TV.
Them. On Spike TV, and you watch those Ren and Stimpy's, and they're they're another animal. I mean, they really are. And you know, I enjoyed them, but on a different level. I mean, I still love the original Nickelodeon ones that he did. But these new ones, they are a different beast.
You almost think that Nickelodeon, because they took him out of the picture.
Oh, they had to. Yeah, you see what he did with the Spike stuff, and you just knew that okay, this is what this is the direction he wanted to go. But you think about who he was working for, Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way that's ever going to happen.
I mean, they got away with some stuff on Nickelodeon that nobody else would have been able to get away with. They had a ghost that showed up as a naked black man who put dimes in his ass, and that was for kids.
Which was an incredible episode. I love that episode.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
I mean,
a very depressed
severed
ghost.
head fairy. This is for kids. I mean,
that's worth a
couple of dimes. But man, I look at that and I'm thinking,
it's crazy.
It was a great combination between him and Nickelodeon. When one was gone, the other didn't have a chance.
Exactly.
So,
that's true.
But what I wanted to say was that animators, man, the only thing that made me uncomfortable, you get animators who get together as a group and they do kind of do this thing where they point and laugh at other work instead of more or less being helpful. Because I've experienced this. I can tell you that. I mean, they take pride.
I've been around it. I hear these guys just laugh, and you know they're very judgmental about other artists, and that's the kind of element at least I don't want to be around with, because I'm like, well, who the fuck are you? What have you done? I mean, honestly, and who's going to give a shit? Yeah, you know what? You're a great artist, but who gives a shit? Nobody's ever going to see your work. I'm sorry. You have your blogs. You put it on your goddamn website, and hopefully you'll have your friends look at it. But that's about it, you know.
Yeah.
So please, just save your criticisms. You know, unless you're John Kay, which hey, I understand. I mean,
it's a little back and forth, though.
Is,
I mean, because in a way, look, I've seen the animators make the mistake of taking so much pride in the animation and work that if they're trying to tell a story,
it doesn't work.
They forget humor and they forget storytelling.
I've seen plenty of animators where they're so concerned with the visual elements that the whole, it's just like filmmaking. The whole, you know, they're too impressed by special effects and what they want to do and what they want to show people that the story gets lost. And it's either incoherent, it doesn't make any sense. Sure, the animation looks incredible. Yeah, it looks like Disney, but the public does not give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I am sorry. Nobody gives a shit about your pretty pictures. They want a good story. Think about
South Park.
Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. For crying out loud.
You talk about iconic characters.
Yeah.
They didn't rely on the art. They relied on those personalities and the humor and how they connected with the Hill. King of the Hill.
Simpsons, for crying out loud. The Simpsons.
Yeah. I mean,
when that started off on the Tracy Ullman show.
Oh, it was
that
crude.
Looked like shit.
Yeah. Yes. No, you're right, co-host. I mean, you were so right about that. Damn, you're knowledgeable in this.
Of course.
But and there's a classic example with a movie called Rock and Rule. Do you remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
It was one of the first big animated features to come out of Canada. And they took all these students and put them to work who would come out. They were coming out of this college called Sheridan. I worked with a lot of people from Sheridan, by the way. And I'm thinking you know some of them. And this is back like I think the movie started back in the early 80s, maybe early 70s. They spent 3 years making this fucking film, man.
Wow.
And the movie is incredible looking. The artwork, amazing, out of this world.
Yeah.
But the story, that is okay. Let me describe the story.
I still don't know what the hell.
Now it's a cult classic. I mean, and it's a great movie to look at. You've seen it. I mean, it's a great movie. Every kid has caught this on TV and been like, "What is this movie?" And it's had a resurgence. Right. And but during the making of that film, they designed characters and then redesigned them after they started animating. They had to throw away scenes that people put hard work into, put them in the dumpsters, and this is and I read this in the the DVD box. I'm not making this. I just read it the other night, and I was like, wow, I didn't know all this about this movie. They also had they changed voices in the middle. They were writing a script as they went along.
Oh, wow.
And here's the story they ended up with. Okay, now here's how it starts out.
Right,
the nuclear war has happened. The only survivors are dogs, cats, and rats. They've mutated and evolved. Now we thinking we're gonna get some apocalyptic road warrior type thing. Exactly. No, it switches gears and says a rock band that's trying to make it as a rock group. Is struggling to survive, and a legend rock star comes to town. And you're thinking, okay, so it's going to be all right. It's crazy now, but it's a musical about this rock band in a future world, and they look like animals.
Right?
Okay, no, they got to even go crazy. the aging rock star wants to summon a demon to the earth so that he may take over the planet. He needs one voice, one perfect voice to do it with. That perfect voice is that girl in that rock band. I'm like, who the fuck did you think was going to like this
She
shit?
like the blondie type
Yeah, the blondie character. Yeah. Kids or anybody who's an animation enthusiast, go watch this movie if you haven't heard of it already. You probably have because it's gotten more popular. Rock and Rule. RUL, not ROLL. It's a great movie. It's from a studio called Nelvana, and because of that movie, Nelvana is like one of the most successful animation studios today. You've seen that polar bear symbol at the end of the card. Yeah, that's Nelvana.
Wow.
This movie, they premiered it. They did a test screening and premiered it somewhere. Had about a dozen people there. They were like, "Fuck, all right, we bombed with this one." But all their mistakes, they went back and remanaged better and
learn from it.
They learn from your mistakes.
It's like we'll learn from our mistakes, and Corey
make a lot of them.
And Corey's terrible drawings.
Exactly. What John
Quit your crying, draw better, stupid.
He just turned this whole side around.
Did the bosses call you Corey?
We heard this guy saying you're a piece of shit. But no, so with that said, I really do appreciate.
Hey Corey, I like your
criticism.
cartoony drawings.
Hey,
coloring book drawings.
I told John Kricfaluski, man, look, I wrote that comment, which he'll probably never read, or if he does, who cares? He won't ever answer me back. But I did say in there, I said, I'm doing the best I can, man. You know, what can I do?
But you know what? I'll let you in on a secret, Corey.
What?
He wrote me last night. He's like, "You co-host, I like. You, I like. All these other schmoes, forget about it. Me and you need to work together." And I'm like, "Who are you?" All
right. So, okay, we're coming to the near the end of the show. Let's go ahead and get into some email here.
Email time.
Yeah, email. Speaking of animation, Jay wrote in and said, "Yo, I just saw Igor yesterday. Igor is that new CG movie that's coming out.
It don't look too good.
It really doesn't. Yeah. I'd hate to like sit up here and talk about defending my artwork and then talk about this.
That artwork looks.
It looks like they just kind of put it out fast. It looks like that movie. You've probably seen it. Igor is every mad scientist has an Igor, and the Igors are they're pretty much the assistants who are shit on and
they're the slaves.
They're the slaves of the sun, and so the Igors want to actually come up and start doing brilliant things. And one Igor rises up, and this is his story. Jay says he saw it at a screening yesterday, and it sucked ass. Do you guys plan on doing a review? No, now that you did one. No.
Why do we have to torture ourselves?
I don't think they're going to have a screening here, and so we'll have to catch it later.
And if there's no screening, obviously, it's because it sucks ass, probably.
Yeah. It looks like a movie that would have been better off being done in stop motion.
It looked like a straight-to-DVD movie, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, people talked about how CG was actually going to turn animation around. And that's the other thing about these animators. Yeah. I don't blame them for feeling like they do because classically trained animators are being kind of pushed aside for people who do stuff on computers.
It's the future.
Well, it is, but I see there is a sort of... with Disney doing more CG stuff, and people working in Flash and whatnot, the art of 2D animation has become something where it's just pushed aside. Yeah. And I can see why animators are defending that. I mean, it's a classic art form. It's not going anywhere. It'll still be around. But things have to be done so fast now.
Yeah. Well, honestly, they're afraid of losing their jobs. I mean, what the hell do you need a 2D animator for if you're going to do it in a computer? And I'm sure a lot of those guys are right now learning to do all this stuff, and which they should. They should do it on Flash. Yeah, do it on Flash. Hey,
as a matter of fact,
get with the times.
Working in Flash, kids. Let me tell you something. This is no joke. This is your Uncle Corey talking to you. Flash animators these days are getting more work than 3D animators. Mm-hmm. So I mean, there you go. But I'm looking at something like Igor. It looks like for all the glory and wonder that CG animation had. Now they're starting to put out some movies that don't look that good.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, that's going to happen. I mean, it has to happen. Come on. I mean, that's just people learn how to make great films, but you're still going to have the people that are still going to be making those shitty films that you're going to. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's going to happen. So
yeah.
Get used to it. I'm sure you're going to be seeing it a lot more too. So especially with Pixar, I'm sure there's some stupid studios out there that are like, we got to compete with these guys, and if this is what these 3D animated films that are coming out, we got to compete. So let's try to do it with the budget we have, and it's not going to work.
Anything that you think is new. I remember when 3D animation happened, they said we're never going to see stop motion again. It's like, come on, nothing dies once it's
Yes.
created. Nothing dies, and it's always going to come back. Once this trend is out the way, it's always going to come back. And what do we do? When CG came out, they said 2D animation is gone. 2D animation is more successful than it ever has been on television. And to a certain extent, even Disney's starting to bring that back with the Frog Princess. So, nothing ever goes away. Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next email here, which says, I don't want to hear your opinion on this.
All right.
And this is from the ultimate Canadian movie guru, the ultimate co-host.
Ultimate. Huh?
Yes.
In Canada?
In Canada.
Wow, I didn't know they had ultimate anything in Canada. But hey, I learn something new every day, Corey.
There you go. Well, they have an ultimate movie guru. Apparently, he's the only one. I mean, the ultimate. When you want to seek out some movie guru, you better go to him.
Okay,
All right. So he says, it's funny because he's asking us a question. He's the ultimate movie guru. He should know this.
Yeah, you're not so ultimate.
Yeah, you're asking us.
Yeah,
okay.
Mr. Guru.
But he does ask a good question, and I have no real answer for this. He says, I just realized that there are certain movie stars that are rhythms of previous generations, i.e. Heath Ledger as today's James Dean, or Megan Fox as the next Angelina Jolie, or maybe even Shia LaBeouf as the younger Robert Downey Jr. Never heard that one before. So, what my question is to you is, what do you think could be the next Jack Nicholson or Marilyn Monroe or the next Sam Jackson? And that's from the ultimate Canadian movie guru. Look,
that's a hard question, Corey.
Well, let me tell you something. I hate when people do that. Let these people be who they are.
Exactly.
How come generations down we can't have the next Heath Ledger or something?
Yeah.
I mean, we create new icons all the time. When everybody there was a time when everybody was comparing somebody who had sort of this mysterious, sullen way of acting. They said that's the next Brandon. What's his name? Streetcar Named Desire. Godfather.
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando. They compared Mark Ruffalo to the next Marlon Brando.
Oh my God!
And I've heard James Dean be thrown around everywhere.
Oh,
James Franco.
James Franco.
James Dean.
Well, he played James Dean for crying out loud.
And look. Nobody's going to be the next anything,
No.
okay? These people, and Christian Slater for a long time, they said was the next Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson,
and
right
now they
there.
dropped
And,
that.
Yeah, of course.
These people, I mean, we don't need another previous actor or actress. We want to see what new people can do.
Exactly, and that's what we're looking for. At least that's me as a film goer. I'm not looking for the next anything. Yeah, I think there's only one exception, which I've said. Obviously, Christian Bale. I always say I think that's our generation's Robert De Niro. Just as far as the devotion he puts into his roles, not so much that he looks like Robert De Niro, but
he has that level.
He has that level
the
to
intensity.
where the intensity. He takes the work seriously. I mean, he's willing to almost kill himself for a role, and Robert De Niro used to do that. But yeah, I am not looking for the next Jack Nicholson, because I mean, honestly, it's just like the people who hate their remakes. Why do I want to see somebody remake something that's been done the right way the first time? I don't want to see an actor try to emulate another actor, which I respect, like Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. I don't want it, because honestly, that's a turn off for me when I see that. Even if I see somebody trying to in some ways add that to their performance by picking certain roles, I'm just like, I don't care. You're not Robert De Niro, so stop it. Stop trying to be him.
We don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need.
We have these actors who they are today. Let's cherish them for who they are.
Exactly.
Now that Heath Ledger's dead, I don't want to think of him as James Dean.
And the thing is, I don't think it's funny he brought Heath Ledger up, because I honestly don't think of Heath Ledger as any other actor. I think of Heath Ledger as who he is, Heath Ledger. I mean, after watching him as the Joker, I mean, he totally got lost in that character, and I don't even think about Heath Ledger. All I think about, hey, that's the Joker, and that's what I want from actors. I want them to fool me into believing the character that they are portraying, to where I don't have to worry. The one thing I hate, okay, I'll go into this. The one thing I hate about a lot of these celebrity actors is that a lot of times their celebrity gets in the way of the film. I mean, Tom Cruise, a perfect example. It's hard to watch a Tom Cruise movie because you think of all the craziness that gets wrapped up in Tom Cruise. Even to some extent, Brad Pitt, because you see Brad Pitt, you think about him and Angelina adopting kids and all that craziness, and it just, I don't really care for when they're acting cool on screen. I'm like, you know what? I'm not here to see you act cool. I'm here to see a story. I'm here to see acting.
Exactly right. I always thought, like, when you get to that level of hype and notoriety, you need to pull back and do smaller movies.
Yes.
Brad Pitt being in Burn After Reading, perfect for him. Now, we talk about Brad Pitt being in a big movie like Thor. We're just going to keep hearing more and more about Brad Pitt's personal life. And what are we going to see? We don't see Thor.
Yeah.
We see Brad Pitt.
Right.
So that I totally agree with you.
And that's a perfect example is the whole Katie Holmes episode. I remember, of course, I went and saw Batman Begins in the theater. And I remember as soon as Katie Holmes jumps up on the screen, there are girls in back of me laughing. There's for no reason. She didn't say anything. As soon as she pops up on the screen, these girls are laughing, and they start talking. You kind of hear them whisper about her and Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, don't remind me of that bullshit. I'm trying to watch my Batman movie, all right?
Exactly.
You broad, shut up already, all right?
Shut the fuck up.
Keep
God
that shit
damn.
at home. But I can't blame him. Yeah, I mean, and
yeah.
it's sad. It's sad when that happens. And
and you're right. We just need to kind of let these people be who they are. I don't want to see
Exactly.
anybody be
No,
anybody
yeah,
else. And
exactly.
when that happens, yeah, it does kind of ruin a movie. I mean, so let's go ahead and move on to the next question here. Somebody asked us about.
Make it a good one, Corey.
It's gonna be. I gotta read a
Make
silly
it a
one
good
every
one.
now and then. Somebody says, this is from Hayden. He says, he goes on a long thing about Pokemon, but he leads up to this.
No.
I don't know if you or one of the crew likes Pokemon, but Misty, one of the characters in the show, one of Ash's friends, has left the show, and after that, it is not what it used to be. And that's from Hayden. I was like, okay, I'm reading this. I'm like, it's a fucking cartoon. How the fuck does a
my
cartoon character
God.
leave the show? What, did she want more money or something? What the fuck?
We need to find this guy and we need to interview him. And we need to find out how old he is, why does he care, what channel is he still watching the Pokemon Adventures. I thought they canceled that show God knows how many years ago.
What are they talking about?
I'm more interested than him than that broad leaving the goddamn show.
Misty has left the show?
I know, that's like
Co-host.
wow.
I mean,
that is
the show
breaking
can't-
news.
The show can't go on without her.
It
I mean,
can't.
I think
She was the soul of this goddamn show.
I think
Corey.
nude photos of her are going
I
around
think
the
they are.
internet.
Here, let me go. Oh, Corey? What is she doing with Pikachu? No!
Man.
That is unnatural.
Let me tell you something.
Pokemons don't do that.
The only reason I read this is because I've seen every Pokemon movie in the theater that's come out.
What?
Yes, at least almost. I mean, there have been one or two later on that I missed, but there were times when I went to go see and there was one that I really liked because they had this really cute Pokemon short, like with Pikachu at the beginning. But as far leaving this, man,
You are no man.
You telling me this fucking cartoon character has left the show? I mean, so what's next? Is Pikachu gonna want to go into a movie career?
Exactly.
He's gonna want to take on other
Pikachu
roles.
is moving on.
Yeah, Pikachu-
Pikachu is the next Robert De Niro. I'm telling you, Pikachu is the next Robert De Niro.
Yes, you ask who is the next James Dean? Pikachu.
He is going to be in the remake of Taxi Driver. Pikachu is going to be driving that damn taxi. At the end, he's going to go crazy, give himself a mohawk, and he's going to take on criminality.
You're talking to me.
You're talking.
There's no one else here.
I'm the only one here.
You must be talking to me.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to the
Kill
next
you.
thing.
I'll kill you, Pokemon. I'll kill you.
Oh, this is a good one right here. You know what? I forgot to put the name down, but it says,
Sorry.
Corey, after hearing that Tommy Lee Jones suing Paramount story, I looked him up to see if he has indeed been addicted to people, and discovered that he was in an entire series of Japanese commercials for Boss Coffee as Alan Jones, Earth Investigator. I don't know what the fuck that is, but and he says, I am not lying, man. These are real ads. Watch them. Plus, I want to see how this plays out on the cold ones. Well, we're reading it here, and I have not watched the videos yet. But I didn't.
What did
really
he mean by play this out?
I don't know what he meant, but I did not read this whole thing.
Yeah.
I read that he was in Japanese commercials, and I posted the email, but I didn't read this whole thing as him as being Alan Jones, Earth Investigator. I don't know what the fuck that is. But hey, man, let me tell you something.
It's very strange.
Yeah, I want to see what these are, but it's nothing new for
No,
American
not at all.
actors to go and do this stuff. I mean, we've had John Travolta. Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah,
do
some respected actors.
Yeah,
commercial.
Val
work.
Kilmer done
They're selling out over there, so they don't get no shit
over here. Yes, yeah,
exactly.
They're keeping. That's exactly what it is. I don't care what they say. They're keeping credibility over here while making a buck over there. 'Cause we don't see that shit.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor was doing some shit over there, so it's British people doing it too.
I mean, Lost in Translation, Bill Murray's character. That's what he was.
That's what he was doing.
He was doing commercials over there.
Thank
he's
you.
a well-respected actor over here. Yeah.
Yeah,
His
and
character
he's
was,
you know these motherfuckers are sneaking off,
Yeah,
trying to
exactly.
moonlight and shit, thinking, oh, ain't nobody gonna find out about this, but they know even more. I mean, now today. Nobody gives a shit. I mean, because actors are doing it over here. I mean, you got fucking Catherine Zeta-Jones pimping out T-Mobile now.
You got Jackie Chan selling Pepsi. Jackie Chan, what are you doing?
Everybody has their price, and it might not be.
You were right.
If they're not doing hand over fist in front of you, they're doing it in another country somewhere.
is true. Yeah.
So don't think all this shit about integrity. Ain't nobody got it no more.
If you're an actor, you don't have no
Yeah, shit.
integrity.
The actors got to eat.
You gotta lose that. That's the first thing they teach you in acting. You gotta lose all of that.
Yeah. What are you talking about? This is an email that's going to just be too long to get into. I'll save it for next week.
All right.
Somebody asked about Birth of a Nation. That is something I can get deeply into here.
Uh-oh.
Because they said with it, you had all the white characters in Birth of a Nation being in blackface. And I'm just I'm not reading the email. I'm just giving the summary of it. He says now with Tropic Thunder, it's come full circle with Robert Downey Jr. being in blackface. And let me just say that it's
Sign
really
of the apocalypse.
It hasn't come full circle because Birth of a Nation, regardless of what you hear about that movie, it's a D.W. Griffith movie. And look it up. Well, I'll talk about it next week, but it was D.W. Griffith came out and apologized later for it, and I think tried to play it down, but it was a racist piece of propaganda. And look, even I kind of thought it was kind of funny because it talked about how the Klan came to existence and black people took over the government and they were going crazy. I mean, they're propped up in the White House with their feet all up on the tables and shit, smoking and just going nuts.
Did it become like that movie, Idiocracy?
No, it became like it became more like anarchy. It was something like where the black people were terrorizing the white women, and the white man had to do something to defend their honor and their race. And what happened was check this out. A gust of wind blew through and blew a sheet off of a clothing line. And the black people thought it was a ghost, and they like, and they thought like, "Whoa, Feets, don't fail me now! Oh, it's a ghost!
No, that's terrible.
Come on, Feets!"
Oh no!
But then, and so the white people looked at it and says, "That is what we'll do. We'll dress like ghosts and chase the black people out." And okay, now they dressed up in sheets, and therefore the Klan was born.
Oh
and so
my God!
So you kind of got the gist of it there. So
This is a movie?
It hasn't really come full circle because Tropic Thunder was not racist. In fact, they had a character to point out how ridiculous that character was being.
Right.
They had a balance. And they knew they had to have that. This movie was people in blackface trying to tell you how scary and evil black people are. So, and we are sometimes, but hey, who isn't these days? Like I said, everybody's afraid, right? And somebody sent me to it was Deadpool. Deadpool sent me to look at that article about the Whopper. Speaking of Robert Downey Jr.
He did?
Yeah, and I was surprised.
Okay, before you go off on him about what he sent you, have you heard that guy on like any of the Blog Talk radios? Have you heard him? Like, have you heard what he sounds like?
Have
you heard his voice?
I was on one. Look, why? Because I think I heard him.
That guy has a voice for radio, dude.
Does he?
I listened to this guy. I accidentally stumbled on one of the Blog Talks. I can't remember what it was. I'm sorry, guys. But I just heard this guy, and I was laughing my ass off. Not so much because how he sounded. He had like this kind of New Jersey kind of accent. I couldn't quite place it, but goddamn, is that guy entertaining? I almost want to hire that guy to be on one of our shows because I'll tell you what,
don't
man.
put that out there. 'Cause I'm never going to hear the end of it.
I want to show with that guy, Corey, and oh my God, I don't think I'll get a single word in because I'll be laughing the whole damn time that guy is talking. Because
is he that funny?
He
huh?
is that funny. I mean, I don't think.
I thought he was kind of weird at first.
He is weird.
He was very nice to me, but there was one part where
I love that
I
guy.
was doing a Blog Talk show, and Blog Talk Radio should be giving me a check. By the way, I've sent them so many people to do that shit.
I know,
and
man.
I think
You
it's
started
great,
a whole
man.
revolution.
A revolution.
Blog Talk revolution.
Blog Talk Radio. That's what
I
that woman
I
says.
hate that voice. Every time I hear that, I'm like, no, I want to turn it off.
Man, they should be sending me a check. I
Yeah, they
recruited
should.
so many people to do the stuff on that show,
Exactly.
and I'm very happy to see people doing that. But I did one show where Deadpool was typing in Jews, or something like that. I'm like, so what the fuck is going on with this guy? Like,
my
I kind
God.
of got offended. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
is he talking about Jewish people? I was like, I don't like this, man.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell if he was playing around or not. But hey, I'll tell you this much: he's been really nice to me. He's
Yeah.
a real cool guy. I don't know what exactly was going on, but I wasn't paying attention. But you say he's really good. huh?
I'm a fan of his voice, and anything that comes out of his mouth, I'm laughing my ass off. I don't know what he's saying half the time, but boy, am I laughing.
Well, what are we
I
gonna want him
and then-
for if he can't talk?
He's great. I mean, he's like, you guys are really boring. The show was boring, but I just came on here to say hello, but your show is boring right now. I'm bored. And I just,
I kinda like that.
Yeah, exactly. And he has that whole,
Thank you all.
I know if we can somehow train him, develop him as a radio.
Good
show
evening,
guy.
gentlemen.
Or
I am
ladies and
Deadpool.
gentlemen, I just called into the show because number one, you two guys are boring, and I figure I grace you with my presence.
He sounds like John Lennon.
You're boring. I'm
What do you
sorry.
think you are?
I'm sorry I brought this up, but no, I was
I
laughing.
could do a better
I was
show than
laughing
you
when I
two.
heard- Oh my God.
I'm a one-man
I'm choking
show
right now
myself.
with laughter. Exactly. But no, we need to make that guy famous. I'm sorry.
All right, well, shit, we got to get to ourselves first. But he sent me a picture of Robert Downey Jr. And,
Oh,
I mean, not a picture.
and he
in
sent you
the
the link.
story.
And he sent you the link.
Yeah, I was like,
All right.
damn. Some people in the story that we're talking about. Co-host told me last week that Robert Downey Jr. turned his life around when he was eating a Whopper.
Right.
And I was like, some people find God. This motherfucker found a hamburger.
He found God in a Whopper. Yeah.
And I thought that was. I didn't know what to make of that story, but apparently somebody reported.
You didn't
I-
believe me. And he sent you the link.
Yeah, and he sent me the link. And
Awesome.
apparently it's true. Yeah, I was
Thank you,
like,
Deadpool.
They should have. I really think now that they should. Burger King should hire that guy.
Yeah, they should.
And you know what? They should have him do it in blackface, like from Tropic Thunder.
Oh!
I'm the dude disguised as another dude giving you the Whopper.
And he needs to at least say "mammy" at least once. Mammy,
Man, take a bite.
mammy. Yeah. Love that Whopper. Mammy.
Whopper
Another Whopper, mammy.
with fries.
That's terrible, Corey.
Oh, you started this shit. Don't
No,
you
I
come to me
didn't.
with this
No, I didn't. I love your people.
shit. People of the sun.
That's right.
Kissed by the
People of
sun. And finally, somebody says, "Is your dad really that old?" And I said, "My dad is something like pushing almost 90, 85 or something." Yes, my dad is that old. So,
Hey, good for you, Dad.
my dad told my dad will sit up there and tell you, I found. I don't know what he was in World War II. They said, was he really in World War II? I'm like, yes, he was. You sit around and talk to me. He'll say, you know who got Hitler? I got Hitler. I found Hitler. It was like, no, Hitler was in his bunker. They didn't want a black man to find him, so they put him back in.
Does your dad really sound like that?
That's right.
Okay, because
No.
now I'm thinking him and Deadpool need to get a show together, and because
my
maybe
dad-
we shouldn't do that. They may rival our show.
My dad would come in and talk to people. His greeting to everyone was always, good evening, Willie Coleman.
Corey Coleman's dad. I find your show boring.
Yeah. Good evening, Willie Coleman. Name Deadpool.
Yeah, I think your show's boring. Now, what do you think of Punisher fighting Spider-Man? What do you think as far as who do you think would be the victor of that battle?
What the hell are you talking about? This ain't no job for a man.
All right, enough of you because you are boring. I love that kid. I love that guy.
Anyway, let's go ahead and end this, man.
All
That
right.
place is
Hey,
deep.
it was fun.
It was
Hey,
great, man. It was a
hi-yo.
wonderful time. Yeah.
Another
Give
good
me 5.
time.
Oh, you ain't got no
I
arms.
ain't got
I'm
no-
sorry.
hit my head, dude. Hit it, touch it, love it. There you go. Ow.
All right. So
All
we're
right.
out of here. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Good night.
Yeah,
punk
go to
ass
hell.
people.